everybody, how's it going? I'm Zero.
I'm DK.
And I'm Rizzo, and today in Anime Reaction, we're going to be watching the 5th episode of Tensei Shitara Slimed Out of Ken. So, it has come to our attention that we have forgotten to read comments, which we were doing before DK and I went on vacation to Japan.
There's only like one.
So, we're doing it now. And the first one that I want to get to is by Fantasillion. Wow, you still forgot to read comments at the beginning of the video! This one's for you, buddy.
We got you, pal.
How dare us?
Anyway, the next comment I'm going to read off is by Joe Set. Hi guys, when do you intend to finish watching on Overlord? And yada yada yada. Eventually.
Hashtag it.
Seriously though.
We really do want to get back to it. It's just time, life, the universe hates us.
You know, the usual.
Anyway, so I'm going to just briefly mention, let's see.
Like the bulk of the comments from...
Goofu, you titty.
You titty.
Yeah,
You done goofed your titty.
Fantasillion mentioned it. Ryusation
Reacts. Good friend of ours. Go check out his channel if you haven't already.
He kind of briefly talked about it. But the whole thing about us being bored with this particular episode and that the actual character archetype and the OP-ness. There was a few hours like, how could you like this? How could you be bored with this, but still like Isekai Mao and Overlord?
Yeah. I've seen the site Isekai Mao a fair bit. But I think with fantasy anime like this, with an overpowered protagonist, your mileage will vary a lot.
Well, for instance, like with Overlord, I actually don't like Ainz that much. Especially in Season 3, I find him to be kind of boring to me.
Yeah, I totally agree. Actually, my interest in Nines decreases from Season 1 to Season 3.
But yeah, I find that it's the side characters that do it for me in that show. Which is why my enjoyment of that show has kind of petered off since they started going back more towards Ainz. With Isekai Mao, I find the main character to be more interesting because even though he's overpowered, he still has to deal with being a socially crippled individual that has to pretend to be like haughty.
Haughty?
Yeah.
G-H-T-Y. Very,
yes.
Very nice.
So I find that funny. I find that interesting.
Kind of like us.
And at the same time, you have moments where he is trying to actually figure it out. Where they take a step away from the adventure, and he's like, okay, how do I make a potion? I had the skills to make a potion, but how do I make a potion?
Right. The other thing is, with this show, one of the things that I personally have to remember is this is 2 cores, which means that there's way more time. Like, the actual, like, plots are way more spread out because they're not trying to, they're not trying to go, like, 3 episodes to a novel. They're trying to go more like, well, what people think they're doing with this one, which is, like, 8 episodes to a novel. So, and honestly, I have read the first novel at this point. I started reading it not too long ago. And even this part in the novel, I didn't find that, like, all that interesting.
I think it was just episode 4.
Well, yeah, because you don't really get any of the... Well, not that you don't get any, but you don't get a lot of the interactions with the side characters, which I like a lot. Whereas it's basically him showing up him, having the solution to everything, and that's pretty much it.
He literally Jesus lined his way through the entire episode.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
So,
I
don't know.
At the end.
Yeah, it was pretty much just this episode, I think.
It's a really, really transitionary.
And by
as
this
well,
episode,
which
I mean
doesn't
the
help
previous
matters.
episode.
Because, again, I mean, yes, it's slower pacing, but, when it's just the character kind of moving and showing off for a new set of characters, it doesn't help in his development and your attachment to said character. I don't think.
Yeah, anyway. Yeah, that was just a little bit more thoughts on the matter.
Yeah. But thank you guys for your comments, as always, and keep bringing them on. But, gentlemen, shall we?
Yes. All right, starting in 3,
2,
1,
let's jam.
Also, fair warning, California now has the most polluted air in the world, so we're going to be coughing a fair bit, despite our best efforts.
Right. We're not very far away from those wildfires.
Actually,
we're surrounded by those wildfires. Fires to the north, fires to the south.
Smack dab in the middle. Stuck in the middle with you. Snake. Snake! What are we doing standing out in the field? Fuck have I know. You got vampires, you got samurai, explosion wielding demons. You turned the channel back to Konosuba. Oh wait, are there vampires in Konosuba?
No, just the
There's
succubi.
succubus.
Just a succubi. It was like a storyline in some cheap novel. Best seat in the house. Maybe a little.
Smooth.
Very smooth. Yeah, imagine that Tabby's about to run up. Yes it is.
Well, at least he's mentioned.
At least he's sleeping comfortably. Fuck yeah, bro!
Yeah, I'll try those.
It's never as etchy as you woo! She do, though. Where does she keep that crystal ball?
Lady's secret.
Nani? Pagawa-sanpa, Pagawa-sanpa, Pagawa-sanpa. Savage.
Hmm.
Shut him down. When the music stops. Man. Trying to cockblock my boy Slime here. Not a bro move. Oh, what? Not cool. Ooh. Well, I'm not gonna. I like how we address how he spoke to him, not the fact he just decked him. Money in the bank. Here we go. Woo!
Good for the body.
Oh, and
And the marks are invisible.
Well, if you beat him hard enough, he will have been a minister. Laid out. Worth it.
Little. All of them?
All of them.
Same cell.
I was ready to do the same thing.
Medieval fantasy. Don't put it past the bastard.
I'm sensing a flashback.
And... Yep, get the music. Slow zoom. And fun.
There we go.
Why are they playing with croquet mallets?
It lives!
Explosion! Dick. See? Here's the violence inherent in the system.
Phrasing.
Whoa! Okay.
Censor that out.
Yep, perfect.
Is he flipping them off?
I'll forgive him the thumbs
It
up.
does look like this.
And they're spent. And Gobita's still upside down. Oh! This time.
I'm not sure what to say about that.
Again, the killer croquet mallets.
Also, what the hell is that chain gonna do to a slime?
Absolutely fuck all.
Okay, put away the Vuvuzela. Good old kangaroo courts. No cross-examination. Cool. Oh.
Yeah, he just lost his best blacksmith. And probably good friend.
Yeah. Good friend, best blacksmith, former soldier. Is he going to want to be a complete savage with him? Please. Please. Oh. Pause. Ooh. Damn. Oh. Now, you want to try again?
That's right.
Thump.
How old is that king?
Very old. According to the book, the dwarves can live for a millennia.
Ah.
He's a dwarf?
Yeah, they're all dwarves.
He doesn't look very dwarfy.
Well, it says that these two in particular are kind of tall for dwarves. So about regular human size.
Hmm. That was pretty intense.
Where's Gabuta? They didn't forget Gabuta, did they?
I
I don't know what the anime is doing because they did something completely different with him. Well,
Like-
not completely different, but different.
You totally forgot Gabuta.
No, he said he did tell him he was going to leave him behind and the call was Wolf to escape.
Which, by the way, is something that none of the other goblins have been able to do yet.
Ooh. Oh. Oh, shit. Elf Ninja? Lurk.
Funny you say that. Okay, so apparently the location endings that we had were...
Ooh.
I don't know if I can say you on that one. But the location endings that we had were stand-ins for this because it wasn't done yet.
Ah. Fair enough. Boingy, boingy.
I'm surprised they got what they had.
Yeah, normally you'd just expect like a black screen or something.
Your angry redhead Renji-like character.
02.
Android 21? Whoa! Supersize me, slime! Back off, girls! Hands off the merchandise. Okay, crazy chick.
And pose.
I'm guessing that's the elf ninja's name.
No. I mean, I cannot reveal anything.
Uh-huh. Fair enough. Mr. Spoiler.
Well, that was a much better episode than last time.
Oh, yeah.
Now with 200% more minister punching.
Now with 200% more story development.
Well, it's the transitionary episode from last week or last time in reverse. Now they're out of the city.
And they left Gabuta.
Yeah, I'm really wondering about that. Because that happened well, not way differently, but it happened quite a bit differently in the book. So, in the book, he ties up Gabuta before they leave for the bar. Because Gabta's been really annoying him the entire trip. And so he's basically being an asshole.
Yeah, I was gonna say something about that. I figured I'd wait till the end.
He is a
That
straight
dude's
up...
an ass.
Like Rimuru is a straight up asshole to Gapta. But yeah, so he ties him up before they leave for the bar, and then they're put in a completely different cell.
When they get
After
arrested.
they get arrested, and they actually don't even see Gapta again for like 3 or 4 days, something like that.
Okay.
And he's starting to get worried because Gapta still looks like a regular goblin, so he's like, oh, he might starve to death.
The medics.
Because he left him tied up.
Okay.
He left him tied up, and then he told him to do something that he thought was impossible, which is summon his wolf from such a great distance.
Hmm.
Yes, I am.
Mayrock. He is still indeed a blank slate character. However, it's the characters around him that are making him greater. He is technically capable of doing absolutely anything. But,
If you're talking about the summoning of the wolf thing, yeah, that's done next episode, but technically what he told him to do was done in this episode.
yeah. Well, I'm not letting you have this bad joke. I'm not going to allow the blank slate to be a bad joke no longer. Because I'm going to start pointing out the actual facts that there's a lot more blank slates than people actually think.
No bad jokes here?
No.
Are you sure that you're in Otaku Saga?
No blank slates.
The
Look, there's
blank,
3 right here.
the blank slate becoming a bad joke.
No. Mayrock said, just let me have my bad jokes, and you said something to the effect of, like, never or whatever.
No, just not this time. Not with the blank slate.
Right? I was originally going to do one punch, but then he had to take 2, so... Falcon!
Punch!
Yeah, I don't know. I really want to get into it, but it really is something that I want to talk about.
Yeah, I did like that it wasn't Rimuru
That punched him.
that actually took care of the guy,
Yeah.
or that actually started anything. Because normally you would expect a Jesus character to be like, oh, well, no. You know.
Yep. Which is why this episode
Yeah,
was last
and
episode.
Rimuru wasn't the one that solved the trial, which, again, is part of the reason why I like this episode, but I didn't like the last episode. The last episode was Jesus Slime showing up and doing everything. This time it was more of the side characters, and he was just kind of a ride-along in that little plot.
I mean...
You know, except for the king being like, I cannot believe that you severed our connection to this slime.
Yeah, even the king acknowledges the slime's holiness.
Yeah. Well, he is not wrong.
Yeah, he's definitely not wrong.
Well, let's less rumor being OP as it is the king knowing what's what.
Yeah.
Right.
And being
But-
strong, wise
And-
ruler.
Even the characters in here, like,
Phrasing, Ryo. Phrasing.
Kaijin, the main dwarf master,
Oh,
the master blacksmith.
Yeah.
He was like unsettled by the fact that Rimuru could just copy, paste. Like it was a short little thing, but you saw Kaijin's face go like blank, and he was like, "Well, I don't really like that. I don't really like the idea of that."
Well, you just imagine, here's something that would take you, several weeks to produce, an exquisite sword, and this thing just comes up and spits out 20 of them, in a matter of seconds. I mean, it's probably something akin to what like railroad workers thought when they first saw the first like steam hammers used to drive railroad spikes instead of them with with sledgehammers and whatnot.
The other thing that I want to point out from last episode is in the book he did not do it in front of them. He did not do the copying in front of them.
So
because he's still keeping his skill to himself.
So it was like...
So, like, when I read that, I was like, wow, that makes way more sense than what they did in the anime.
So what did he do? Like, wait till they were, like, asleep?
No, he basically told them... Well, because he thought it was going to run him out of magic.
Oh, okay.
So he basically told them, wait 3 days, which would have brought him all the way to the deadline.
Mm-hmm.
And then he found that he was able to copy the swords anyway without draining all of his magic.
Hmm.
And so he was like, well, I guess I could sit in here and wait 3 days. Or I could just open up the door and we could go start the partying.
And on your steam hammered thing, Kaijin saw that and he immediately wanted to be John Henry. And just fight against what that.
So I'll show you what I can. There you go.
Yeah. I like that. There's no way he could win, which is...
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of can't be helped. For those of you who don't know what John Henry is an American folk tale about a railroad worker who ended up in a competition against a steam driver and basically worked himself to death driving rail spikes. So.
Got himself into a competition with a steam hammer, won, but died.
But yeah, so let's see what else in this episode. Oh yeah, there's quite a bit that was left out from the kind of world building backstory. Mostly talking about like the Dwarf King and whatnot. I mentioned it in the episode. The Dwarf King is like pretty old.
That would have been nice to mention.
Right.
That would probably explain why he seems so genre savvy. Honestly, especially at the end there.
In fact, like the Dwarf Kingdom is like nearly 3 millennia old. The first king was the guy's grandfather.
Damn.
So, yes, he is actually a dwarf. So is the minister. They're just exceptionally tall dwarves. So, basically, like a short human.
So, Shep, you think we're going to love everything that happens from here on in, eh?
Yeah, I hope you're right, because like last episode just gave me flashbacks of Isekai's smartphone, and I don't really like that kind of character. And yes, all of you haters, there is a big difference between Smartphone's character and Kirito. So, STFU!
Oh, now I know what all the comments are going to be next time we film this.
Always got to bring SAO up and everything. Oh, God.
But, yeah, the last episode was just way too much Jesus slime for me. And, again, that...
Kirito slime.
I say again, this is the first time for everybody in chat here. But, again, that part in the novel bored me. So, honestly, I don't know, just that part just wasn't for me. That episode. So, yeah. I don't know, we'll see how the comments are. Anyway. So, let us know what you thought of the anime, what you thought of our reaction in the comment section below.
Yep, thumbs up if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification button. And if you're interested in joining a Discord, look for a description below.
If you like our videos here on YouTube, in which Zero gets pissed off anytime Holy SAO is mentioned, consider going to patreon.com/Otaku Saga and making a donation. Remember, your support helps keep the channel running. But that's going to do it for this episode of Anime Reaction. As always, I'm DK.
I'm Zero.
And I'm Rizzo. See you next time.